permission to ascend. First thing is you have to know that you are not your body. I am not my body. Okay? The person that I think I am is not my body. I have a body. I am not the body. Very important. Once you get that out the way, you got the next step is to realize that I am one with all, and all is one with me. I therefore act in the highest consideration for all. Alright, so that would be number 2, is the law of one. I am one with all. So now I know I'm not the body. I have a body. So the I in the body is one with all. I am the manifestation of the unlimited creative power of the universal mind. The universal mind, which is very difficult to put into words, but that's who I am, and that's who you are. So that would have to be number 1. That has to be the presence of everything, and that's the law of one. I'm going to call that the law of one. Now, the next thing is, now that you know that you do not have a body, you are one, you have to figure out how to remember who you are. So you're the person that you call yourself in the body that you have. Like, they call me Damon Redmond. Personality, Damon Redmond. That's who people think I am. And to some degree, I am that Damon Redmond. A large portion of me is Damon Redmond, but there's also a larger portion that is not. So once we realize this, the truth starts to come out. So now we have to observe. That's where it comes into the observation. And now you know that you're not the body. You know that you're not the Damon Redmond, so you can observe that entity, that portion of the entity that they call Damon Redmond. Right? And this is where it gets kind of deep, because this is easier said than done on certain levels. It's just a matter of letting go of the attachments. But so once you're able to observe the person that people think you are, you start to look, you have to, go within the depths of who you are. And within those depths, you can really, I think a good place to start would be your senses, okay? Because now you got to get familiar with the human body. So you're not the body, so you're in the body. So you have to, it's like Ghost in the Shell. They give us a lot of the stuff from the movies that they tell us through the movies, man. There's so much information in the movies, but Hollywood always finds a way to mess it up, or at least to put a twist on it. But I think the 5 senses is critical to getting control of yourself, control of your thoughts, control of your life, and really affect the change in the world. You gotta have control of your thoughts. That's rule number 1. The first virtue is to control your thoughts. And the only way to do that is to recognize that the senses that we have through our body are real. Okay, so let's deal with reality and what's the real world and the unreal world. We're at 5 minutes, okay? I don't want to make these videos too long because I don't know the attention span of where we are as a people. But I got to get this information out, so I'm going to keep going. 5 senses. They say that we have 5 senses. And I want to dispel that. I want to discuss that today. I don't think we have 5 senses. Okay, we have 1 sense. Well, maybe there's different degrees to it. That's what it is. There's different degrees to the senses. But there's only really 1 sense, and that's feelings. Being that we're in this body, the body deals with duality, and this level of consciousness deals with duality. Feelings are married to desires. So your feelings and desires are really, really what matters. That's your only sense, is your feelings and your desires. But the feelings is the base level of it, and your desires go hand in hand. It will be a polarity thing with the feelings and desires. You can't have one without the other. And males, me as a male, I'm born with desire, feeling. Females are born with feeling, desire as their motive. That's why we're born as males and females. But we're gods. We're really not males or females. We are gods in the flesh. But we'll get to that later. So the senses, it's only one sense, feelings and desires. Now the other four senses that they tell us are sight, you can see, you can hear, you can smell, and you can taste. So I think we need to see how our feelings and desires relate to the other lower four senses. So the feelings and desires, that's what connects us to the Most High. That's what connects us to the one source. That's the direct connection to the different levels of being. So human being is the lowest level. The supreme being would be the highest level. And we fall in between there, depending on our awareness. So the senses, feelings, and desire is the base level. That's where our awareness starts now. We were born into this world, into this three-dimensional world, in this human body, trapped. Our spirit and our soul, it's really the soul, is trapped in the human body. And it speaks, the higher self, through the knower, speaks through the thinker, who speaks through the doer. Yeah, that's another thing we talked about before in one of the prior videos, the knower, the thinker, and the doer. And so what we're talking about today is within the doer. It's the feelings and desires that exist within the doer. So the doer is really just the feelings and desires, and inside the human body, who deals with nature and the world through the four senses. And then once you have this, once you can grasp this aspect of your life, then you can start to watch and observe your actions, and be patient with yourself. This awareness is everlasting. You know, like we talked about in one of the other videos about death. There's no such thing as death. It's like one of the rappers said it years ago. I feel like I'm playing, I think Nas said it. I feel like I'm playing in a video game with just one man. And that's deep. It's like you got one man left. Because, you know, we used to think when you die, that's it. But even that analogy itself is powerful, because when he said, I feel like I'm playing in a video game with just one man, and you know, it kind of implies that the video games, you start out with 3 or 4 different lives. So you've had lives before. You might have died you might have got hit, and then you get another one. Then you got 2 left, you got 3 left. Now you got 1 left, and like, oh shit. But it starts over again. You got another quarter, you put it in the machine, and life, it starts over again. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be scared of death and fear that death. It's really fear versus love. And once you realize that the feelings, the desires, the doer, the thinker, the knower, that's all connected through love, which is connected through the heart. And that's why today's Sunday, we go to church and we go to pray. And you know, a lot of people are going to pray today and deal with their spirituality, which is great. With the heart, you got to do it through the heart. That ties everything I'm saying all together. Alright, so we're going to end it today. Peace and blessings. See you on the other side.